When you get one of those top 3 to 4 players, certainly it can change your franchise, and it's somebody that you want to continue to build around. It's exciting. It's exciting for our fans and our...
Caitlin Clark was looking for a big announcement from the Indiana Fever on September 8th, but it wasn't just any news, it was about Kelly Koff taking a leading position again. Koff has been an essential member of the squad since 2012 and has played a significant part in its success, as anyone knowledgeable with the Fever's history would know.
Saw the news yesterday about Kelly Kraskoff. She's going to be leaving us to go run the Fever again. Super happy for her. She was a huge part of our front office and helping us build our team and run our team from day to day. And definitely going to miss.
The Fever peaked with a Koff at the top, but she was driven out and suffered criticism in 2018, and now she's coming back at the exact moment Caitlin Clark needs help. This isn't just a ceremonial return for Koff. She has real responsibilities ahead of her and is returning to make significant changes at the best possible time. Clark has been trying her hardest to lead the team, but relying on one player can't sustain success, so why was let go so abruptly? What makes Koff the right choice for the Fever's president?
Very excited to start this new chapter in my life and new chapter in my career.
The Fever, let's face it, have been a little off lately, but now they have Caitlin Clark, a superstar who is really carrying the team. To put it simply, Clark is the main reason people are talking about the Fever these days because she has the talent and charisma to draw more fans than most teams in the league. This season, the Fever are averaging over 177,000 fans at their home games.
Although it didn't end the way we wanted it to end, there was a lot of optimism. There was a lot of, enthusiasm.
That's not only amazing, it's astounding, especially when you consider how the Fever went from having empty seats to becoming the league's most watched team just a year ago. I'm not suggesting that other clubs should take attention, but perhaps they should.
3,000, 4,000 people, now they have 17,000 people, and they sold 1,000 standing room only tickets. So when we walked into the arena, people were on that third balcony looking down at the tops of our players' heads to watch.
Building a winning team around a standout player Koffs understand the game, but let's face it, the Fever's front office hasn't had the best track record with decisions lately. They have Clark now, and they can't afford to make mistakes because the fans might just show up at their office demanding action. Star power comes with a lot of pressure.
The news yesterday about Kelly Kraskoff. She's going to be leaving us to go run the Fever again. Super happy for her. She was a huge part of our front office and helping us build our team and run our team from day to day. And
in addition, there is the controversy surrounding Caitlin Clark, as if that weren't enough. Frankly, Gino Ormer has a point when he says that Clark is on the wrong team and deserves better.
But nobody's printing. Diana Taurasi was right. This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. And she's a rookie.
With 6 technical fouls already this season, Clark has been struggling. Where is the coaching staff and front office support? It seems like they are too preoccupied with resolving their issues to safeguard their best player.
This is a new beginning, it's a new start, and I think it's great for our franchise, it's great for our fans, and we're excited to see who can join us and help us as we continue to move forward and continue to be a great standard.
Koff truly needs to step up in this situation. It's important to make sure the appropriate adjustments are made, not merely to fill the seats. Everyone is looking forward to Clark's victory since she isn't here to be a punching bag.
Very excited to start this new chapter in my life and new chapter in my career.
Similar to the Fever's playoff hopes under Christie's team, the Indiana Fever have turned into a defensive mess. They've essentially put out a welcome mat for opponents to score at, finishing as the league's second worst defensive team last season. If Koff doesn't close the gap between the front office and what's happening on the court, all the excitement surrounding her return could vanish quickly.
You are an absolute abomination of a head coach. I can't believe you actually have a job.
They seem to have forgotten that one of the rules of the game is to halt the opposing team, and whomever has been in charge of this sinking ship would be Christie supports the head coach, whose defensive tactics haven't done much more than resemble a wet paper towel.
At the end of the day, it's not about the officiating tonight, for sure. I mean, we've got to be better defensively.
It seems as though they have forgotten that keeping the opposition from scoring is an important aspect of the game, and Christie Sides, the so-called head coach, has been steering this ship in the wrong direction with defensive tactics that have essentially failed.
You don't know how to use Caitlin Clark's strengths. You don't know how to play to her weaknesses. You don't know how to draw up a simple out-of-bounds play. You don't know how to calm down muddy waters. You don't know how to call a timeout and relax everybody's emotions. You don't know how to talk to the referees. All you know how to do is wave your arms and defensive slide on the sidelines. And Chrissy Sides, I'm tired of seeing it every single game.
Caitlin Clark is under a lot of pressure to perform every night because of Stephine White's one-dimensional offense. It seems like her strategy is based solely on the hope that Clark will figure everything out. Sure, he can score 30 points with ease, but that doesn't mean the defense can be disregarded. It's almost agonizing to watch Sides switch up her player rotations as if she's picking names out of a hat in the hopes that someone will suddenly know how to defend. But surprise, it isn't working.
Caitlin has done is also similar to what Tiger did in that they brought new fans to the sport.
Right.
So Michael Jordan energized and became a role model for all the kids. Caitlin's got that. She's brought new fans to it. But she's...
No wonder Clark looks exhausted much of the time. She's being pushed to her limits because Side struggles to manage her rotations. And let's talk about the game plan, if you can even call it that. Sid seems to operate on a philosophy of simply trying to outscore the opponent, and if they score more, just hope for the best. The Fever's second defensive rating is a glaring issue, yet Sid stands there with her clipboard watching the chaos unfold like the rest of us. She's not coaching, she's a spectator who happens to be on the payroll. That's why bringing Koff back is such a smart move for the Fever. Finally, someone who understands the bigger picture. Koff knows you can't build a championship team by overworking your star player and praying for miracles. There needs to be balance, emphasis on defense, and a strategy that doesn't put all of the pressure on Clark every game. If White can't turn things around, and let's be honest, there's little evidence that she can, then Koff will need to make changes and find a coach who truly understands what it takes to win. Rumor has it she's already eyeing defensive talents like Gabby Williams from the Seattle Storm. That's the kind of toughness and skill the Fever desperately needs. This team requires real defenders, not just players running around confused while Clark carries the entire load.
It's really hard to take in. After a few away games and all of the sellouts, Caitlin asked the WNBA if they would pay spot bonuses to the away team players. She said, wow, we're making all this new revenue, and I would like the away team to benefit from that. Could they get a spot bonus? So that's the heart of Caitlin Clark. I mean, that's a classy, amazing person.
Additionally, there is the roster scenario that both parties have contributed to. The Fever cannot afford to lose Kelsey Mitchell, who is set to enter free agency and has been playing well, averaging 19.2 points per game. However, if they go with Sid's ineffective tactics, why would Mitchell want to stay? Nobody wants to play for a team that doesn't focus on defense. Koff turned the team into a powerhouse in the early 2000s and led them to the 2012 WNBA championship back when they were truly competitive. Fans remember those glory days, especially when Koff drafted Toma Catchings and built a team that instilled fear in their opponents. In the meantime, Nalissa Smith's role is rapidly diminishing, and Erica Wheeler, the highest paid player on the roster, is essentially receiving over $400,000 a year to sit on the bench. However, I'm not too concerned about whether anyone can fix this mess. Everyone naturally hopes she has a few more tricks up her sleeve, but replicating that success today is difficult. In the past, the goal was to uncover hidden gems. Now, it's crucial to preserve what they already have with a celebrity like Clark. If they play their cards correctly, they might actually have a chance to be relevant once more.
She's an amazing passer, a wonderful shooter, but what she was building was team camaraderie of passing the ball, helping other people play a better game, and sometimes to the detriment of our own scores. And now we've figured that rhythm.
Additionally, there is the roster scenario that both parties have contributed to. The Fever cannot afford to lose Kelsey Mitchell, who is set to enter free agency and has been playing well, averaging 19.2 points per game. However, if they go with Sid's ineffective tactics, why would Mitchell want to stay? Nobody wants to play for a team that doesn't focus on defense. Koff turned the team into a powerhouse in the early 2000s and led them to the 2012 WNBA championship back when they were truly competitive. Fans remember those glory days, especially when Koff drafted Toma Catchings and built a team that instilled fear in their opponents. In the meantime, Nalissa Smith's role is rapidly diminishing, and Erica Wheeler, the highest paid player on the roster, is essentially receiving over $400,000 a year to sit on the bench. However, I'm not too concerned about whether anyone can fix this mess. Everyone naturally hopes she has a few more tricks up her sleeve, but replicating that success today is difficult. In the past, the goal was to uncover hidden gems. Now, it's crucial to preserve what they already have with a celebrity like Clark. If they play their cards correctly, they might actually have a chance to be relevant once more. Let's talk about the difficulties that lie ahead. Prior to Clark's arrival, the team had not been playing well lately. They were seen as an easy win for other teams. Simply bringing back Koff won't change that overnight. She must deal with a roster that has been, to put it mildly, underwhelming. The expectation isn't just improvement, it's about getting the Fever back to championship form quickly. Fans are sick of hearing about rebuilding seasons, they want results. Now that Clark isn't just a scorer, she brings the whole package. She assists, creates plays, and has the capacity to inspire her teammates.